So how do you sell a concept to a new team or to the client as an agile coach? Step one, stop thinking about it as selling. Right? We don't have things to sell. We have things that we believe will help, that we can offer. Right? And there's an important difference. Selling is really trying to get them to respond to something you're doing. It's trying to get them to choose you, or the idea, the concept, the technique, the tool, whatever. You're trying to create a behaviour. That's pressure. That's a lot of pressure on you, because if you do that, does it work? Doesn't it work? You don't know, and you can't know. The complexity of the situations in which we find ourselves mean that very often you don't know it will work. You might have high levels of confidence, and they may be well placed, but you don't know. So don't sell. Okay? Don't go in and think, I need to sell them on this, I need to sell them on this, I need to sell them on this. You need to make offers. You need to say, here's a thing I think could be useful to you. What do you think? And have conversations around that. So instead of going in with the aim that they do the thing, you go in with the aim that they willingly and consciously make the decision that is right for them today. Okay? And that may or may not include picking up that concept that you believe is helpful. And that's okay. It takes all the pressure off you. Your job is not to sell. Your job is to inform, to advise, to offer things that you believe may be useful to your client, your team, your organisation. Okay. So that's the first thing, is offer. Don't sell, just offer. Make an offer, and it's reasonable to say yes, to say no, or to counter offer with something else. Right? So there's 3 outcomes. You're not trying to get them into that binary buy it or don't. You're saying, I would love you, I think this is going to be good for you. And they may say, yeah, okay, I'm going to trust you, John. All right, we'll take that on. They may say, I trust you, but not right now, we're really busy. Or they may say, okay, I get it, but I think we can solve it through this route that we've already got. So, okay, well, let's see how that goes. You don't have skin in the game. You're not interested in what that response is. You're just interested that they've made a conscious response. Okay? So instead of selling, we're offering. And the way that I approach it is I make small offers. I don't go in and say you need to install this new tool set. I don't go in and say you need to do Scrum. Right? I will go in and say, how about this small change to your approach? Many times you'll hear teams are resistant to Scrum. We tried it and it didn't work. And you listen to what they did and it's not Scrum, and quite clearly it wouldn't work. But what you can't do is go in and say, I think Scrum would really help you. Well, you can do it. The response is going to be, we tried that, it doesn't work. Okay? Instead, what I'll do is say, okay, you don't want to do Scrum, that's fine. Well, how about we try meeting once a day, short little meeting, where we just catch up and make sure everybody is on track. We know where each other are. We'll make sure we're working on the most important things. We'll plan the day ahead. That's really what I'm thinking about. And then, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, it's like 10, maybe 15 minutes tops. It's not going to take long. Let's keep it really focused so you can get back to work. Very little resistance to that idea. Okay, well, let's give that a go. Okay. And after a few weeks, is that working for you? Yeah, I've never had a team say, no, it doesn't work. Maybe that's my luck, but I suspect it's slightly more than that. And then we can turn around and say, well, how about every few weeks we show the people paying the bills what we're doing? They care about this stuff. So let's just book a meeting in once every other week or so. Let's not make it long, let's not make it formal, but just an opportunity to let them know how things are going, let them give us feedback on what we're doing, and talk about where we can go next. So yeah, stakeholders are interested, they want to know, we can do that, I'm sure. And we keep introducing these things, piece by piece. I'm not coming in and saying we're going to do Scrum. But what I'm doing is I'm introducing perfectly sound concepts. I'm introducing Scrum. Okay. Maybe. But I'm introducing elements of Scrum, letting them try them out, see if they fit for them, if they work for them. And then we can move on, and we can move on, and we can move on. So each step is a hypothesis. It's an experiment as to whether or not this element of maybe Scrum, maybe something else, works. Okay? that they can say, actually, John, sounds an awful lot like Scrum. It's like, well, yeah, but I'm not interested in it being Scrum. I'm interested in what works for you. And if this works, great. And if it doesn't work, that's okay as well. We can find another way to satisfy the need. It's not about being right. It's about creating offers that they can accept in ways that they can understand. So for me, it's very often start small and take a step with them, and be humble and be willing to be wrong and admit that. And that is important. Admit when you are wrong, because in that way, we don't have to sell. They have chosen to do it. They won't feel, or they hopefully don't feel, that it's been placed upon them. They've chosen to do this thing with you. You're just there as a guide to a way that could help them. And through this experimentation and what is invariably a very messy approach, you will end up with something that works much better for them, and something that doesn't necessarily look like what you had in mind at the start. But that's okay. It's not about us being right. It's about us helping others be better at their job, have a better environment to do their job. So don't sell things. Don't sell to your client. Don't sell to your team. Make offers, okay? And then help them make informed decisions about those offers. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.